Okay guys, so welcome back to my channel. I don't know if this is going to be, let's fix these. I don't know if this clip is going to be integrated with the first two clips or if this is just going to be another video, because I do have something pre-filmed, but it's not going to really make any sense because my filming schedule did not go according to plan per usual. So basically the last video that you guys saw was my walkthrough of Illinois State University. And I told you guys that on Friday I was going to go and tour Central Michigan University, which I did, but I actually did not film it because I forgot. When I would remember, it just wasn't a good time. I wanted to really pay attention and focus on what they were saying because they had a lot of good information that I was taking into consideration, and it was just too much to do to try to film everything. I wish I did film the tour because it had a beautiful campus. Like, it was just really, really nice. Their stuff was so renovated and kept up and everything. I mean, their student activity center like had the best facilities. Like they had a whole room dedicated to cardio, and then downstairs a whole room dedicated to like weightlifting. Like, it's a Division I school, so obviously they're gonna pay attention to that stuff. But it was incredible. And I just liked the library. Oh my goodness, the library, the campus library was beautiful. So decision day was Sunday/Monday. Sunday was the first half of it, and then Monday I just got a little more information from the websites and everything, did research. I was going to call and ask the school some questions, but I did find, I was going to call and ask Illinois State some questions, but I found the answers online, so I didn't have to do that. So that's why it was kind of like part 1 and 2, because I thought I was gonna have to call Monday, but I didn't. So I got on a lot of different websites, the school's websites. I went on different forums and different platforms and things like that, and I mean, I looked at everything. I looked at all of the different clubs that they offered. I compared both of the schools, both days, mostly Monday though, but I looked at the clubs that they had, the academic requirements for my major. I looked at sororities and fraternities, even though I don't think I'm going to be joining one. I mean, I would like to, but if one doesn't fit, I'm not going to, and it's like expensive, so I might not. But I still looked at it and took it into consideration. I looked at the popularity and everything. Like, I just looked at as many things as I could. There is hercampus.com. And that's a really good website for females going into college. I actually have the book too, which told me about the website actually, and I refer to that website at least once a week ever since I found it. And I found that book in the end of 2015, beginning of 2016, and I actually bought it from Barnes & Noble in the beginning of this year, I believe. So yeah, I have used that book a lot. I would get up and show you guys, it's right there, but I'll do that at the end of the video. Hopefully I remember to grab it for you guys. If not, I'll just link the website down below as well. But yeah, I did do that, and then they do have different chapters at schools, and they happen to have Illinois and Michigan. So I looked at both of them again, did a compare and contrast. I mean, you should see if they have your school, if you're considering one, or even if you already go to your school, you should see what people are saying. I mean, it had everything about like the school, from like the basics that you could find on Google, like the acceptance rate, the population, undergrad, grad, all of that stuff, and then it went into detail and had actual reviews from people that actually went, and females. From like the dorm life to like the surrounding area, and different areas for like hanging out with people, and student involvement. There were like all kinds of different tabs, help from professors and faculty and everything. I don't remember exactly what the pages were called, but that's essentially what everything was. And yeah, it was just really helpful information. I applied to both schools on Monday. I submitted my applications. I did pay Illinois' application was $50, and then Central Michigan actually waived my application fee because I went and toured with them, so that was helpful. It was only $35 either way, but it was still pretty helpful that they did that. So yes, I submitted both of my applications, requested my transcripts to be sent. I still have to get my SAT scores, my official SAT scores, sent into the school, which I probably should have tried to do that today. I didn't think about it until now, but either way. So yeah, I did apply to both schools. just to see. I had a discussion with my mom, dad, and sister, and my sister made a pretty good point. She said, you know, go ahead and apply to both either way. Even if you have your mind set on one, you may not get accepted, and then you may have to go to the other one, and God might just take you there, which was a really good point to me. You know, I just kind of assumed, I mean, honestly, guys, I have been within the last year, literally the last year of like since August, between August and October of 2015, I have been applying to school. So I have applied to IUPUI, I have applied to Johnson & Wales University, which is where I was going to go in Florida. I have applied to Ivy Tech, which is a community college in Florida, and now I have applied to Illinois State in Central Michigan. And originally I was only going to do IUPUI right off the bat. So I started my senior year off with one school in mind, and now I have applied to 5, and I have been accepted to 3 out of 5. So I kind of just assumed that I would get into both of the schools. Michigan's acceptance rate is 69% and Illinois is 74%. So, excuse me. I also looked on parchment.com, which is where I requested my transcripts to be sent through, and they actually said for like one or both of the schools that I have like a 93% chance of getting on or whatever. I mean, I'm not going right off of that. Michigan has even told me, you know, I get in-state tuition and a scholarship because I have good SAT scores. I get in-state tuition because my GPA was over a 2.76. It was a 3.369 or something like that when I graduated. So yeah. But anyway, my initial, or my official, not initial, my official thoughts are I'm going to attend Central Michigan University if I get accepted. Both of the schools start at the end of August, but I don't know the exact date for Michigan. I know Illinois starts on the 22nd, but if I get into Michigan, that is my first choice school, and I think that is so ironic because last week I was just saying, you know, I feel like I need to go to Illinois State, like I feel like that is for me, like I just felt like it was something that I had to do. Like I just saw myself there and I was like, I don't see myself anywhere else. And then, you know, as I was doing more research and just looking and kind of getting the feel of things and everything like that, and seeing the different comparisons between students, my own comparisons, writing out a pros and cons list, and just looking at all of this stuff in front of me, I was just like, Central Michigan is where I need to be, and I'm actually really excited. I hope that I do get accepted soon. I'm just really waiting on my transcripts to be sent. I can't call them and say, hey, I need you to hurry up and send my transcripts. I'm running a little behind because my high school goes back to school this week. I believe they went back today, August 3rd, or they go back tomorrow, August 4th. So this is just not a good week to email my guidance counselor and say, hey, I need you to send out my transcripts one more time because I still don't know what school I'm going to, even though I already graduated high school and you've done your job for me, kind of. She wasn't that helpful when I was in high school anyway, so I really don't care. But I know she's not going to get back to me this week, so I need to just wait. But then it's kind of like, it's the first week of August, and I go more than likely the last week of August, and I need you to just get those transcripts sent. That way they could review my stuff quickly, and I could get my financial aid, I could get my dorm, I could get my courses and all that stuff. So a little bit of a time crunch. I need to send my stuff in, that way I can get accepted. But either way, they could still, like, they said, even the admissions rep, I talked to her personally, and she was like, she gave me her card and was like, you know, a lot of people apply and they don't want to wait for the actual acceptance letter, so they just call me up and say, hey, I just want to know if I got in, and then she said that they'll let them know. So I'll probably give it the rest of the week since I applied on Monday, August 1st. So yeah, that is pretty much where, I film myself every video, guys, I'm sorry. That is pretty much how everything has been going. I'm really excited. I actually want to, or actually 2 college books that I use. The first one, the second one technically, is just the Her Campus Guide to College Life, and that is what it looks like. I got it from Barnes & Noble's. It is $15.99 in America, and Canadian dollars it's $17.99. So really good book. I will kind of go through the different sections real quick. So part 1 is staying safe in college, so it's like dorm safety, safety around campus, studying abroad, sexual assault, all that stuff. Second is staying healthy on campus, so that's just kind of like physical health, nutrition, and everything like that, mental health, sexual health. Part 3 is developing smart and successful relationships, roommates, professors, datings and everything, unhealthy relationships, what to do. Part 4 is building a balanced social life, so that's extracurricular activities, Greek life, juggling social life and academics, and then it also has a nice section on social media do's and don'ts, so like the professional side, that way when you're looking for an internship or a job or something like that, you don't get yourself into trouble. And then part 5 is managing your money and career, so that's just managing your money and landing jobs and internships. So it's a really helpful book. I devoured it pretty quickly. I stopped reading, I'm like at the very end. I stopped reading it because I didn't want to finish it. I wasn't ready to. And then the first one, I kind of talked about this in my first 3 vlogs. One of them is just You Chic or You Chick. I think it's You Chic. I say You Chic, but it's probably You Chick. College Girls Real Advice. This one was Player. I found this in Barnes & Noble too. My mom's campus at school at IUPUI, the school I was going to go to. And then this one was just a random Barnes & Noble like in another town that I went up to, because I didn't want to drive all the way downtown to the campus to get it, so I just drove to the nearest one, which was actually 30 minutes away from my house. Anyway, so yeah, this one is kind of similar to, this is for your first year and beyond, but I mean, really you could use it anywhere. So there's getting started, it's adjusting to like living with roommates, being the head of the class, and you know, tricks to studying and stuff like that, getting involved, joining sororities, tech essentials for an Instagram age, so the same thing about social media and stuff, things about your love life, staying healthy, mental health issues and everything if the going gets tough, you know, sexual assault or harassment or anything like that, what you do if you're failing and everything. They have a section on money as well. The college perks, so like using summers, going abroad, spring break, landing internships, and then what's next, so like after you graduate and everything like that. So it kind of, both books actually do take you through the entire process from getting in. I know this one actually has inserts from actual students. It has little it has little tips and everything like that in the side. It has little stories, so like take it from a girl who's been there. I'm not really sure what the story's about. One of these pages somewhere is talking about how to pack, because she's a fashionista. She has a whole bunch of clothes and everything, and she got smart and figured out how to pack all of her things. So both really resourceful books. I really do read. I've been reading this one since like last year. I got it in like October. Again, didn't finish it because I didn't want to. I've actually been rereading different parts of both of the books. So those are 2 really helpful resources. I actually am partnered with Her Campus, kind of, sort of. My Tumblr blog is sponsored by Her Campus. And I actually applied to be sponsored. You know, it's not like why I'm doing this video or anything like that. I don't get paid at all to do this. It's just like a small partnership that I have with Her Campus. But yeah, I do kind of am affiliated with them in some sort of way. I don't know what to call it officially because I, again, don't get paid or anything like that. I just work with them through my Tumblr blog and everything, which I will also link down below. It's now linked in the bottom of all of my recent videos. So it is time for me to go to Subway because I have to go to work tonight. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I was gonna say for supporting me and everything like that, or going along with me on this journey, which I do thank you all who are watching, even though there are like 3 of you. Either way, you still count, you still matter. I appreciate it and everything like that. So I will see you in my next video.